Alrighty, PG-13, and this is G.I.Joe 1984 still, and we're looking at the Cobra Rattler, as well as the Skyhawk, and the 2009 Ghost Hawk, which is a nice upgrade, but unfortunately, like I always say, the engineers do not keep the vintage customers in mind, and they didn't make the vintage pegs on this one. But anyways, let's get into it. Alrighty, the Cobra Rattler, and that comes with Wild Weasel. And well, you can see this one fits in here nicely. And we put a weapon in there, I think, beside him. He looks pretty awesome. And his legs and body mold was used for Tiger Force, as well as a lot of other figures that used his legs. But look at that. This one's just awesome looking. The other one, this is just a spare parts one. Oh, that one's broken. But wow, nice looking figure. He was the pilot of the Rattler. And for this year, there is only 20 figures. So it shouldn't be that hard for you to find them all. And well, let's have a look at the Rattler, because this plane definitely needs an upgrade. Because, well, you can fit the pilot in there nicely, but it's the other part. See, we'll put them in there. You have to squeeze this, so that's not the best thing to do, because you might end up breaking this, but that squeezes in. Oh, again, this is a fragile plane, but it's friggin' awesome. So we're gonna bring it over here, and we can have a look. Now the undercarriage, this landing gear, was crap. These always break. You can see they're all stressed. I remember getting one Tiger Force one, and the landing gear was broken off in the box, so I had to order another part, which is hard to find. Now, if they would have made it similar to the Sky Striker, you pull a lever and then these pop out, but you know, they should have made this nicer. This is just crap. They try to cheap out, and they do that. So this does have the vertical landing and takeoff, where you can, oh wow. Oh. Anyways, this one's, there you go, look at that. And it's got lots of missiles and bombs on it. This is nice. So it does have 3 engines, or jet propulsion systems. Now the back part, really, see, mine's already broken there, so that's another thing you have to watch. But you know, these parts are not too hard to find. This you can take right off to fit the figure in, and again, it's like so small. Like, well, why can't they design it a little bit larger? Even have some storage compartments so you can put your weapons in, you know. Make a little cargo bay part. Make it bigger, like a flying fortress. Oh, this definitely needs an upgrade, the Cobra Rattler, into something a lot better. But you remember the flying fortress? Was it Tucker invented the little gyro that goes underneath the glass? Anyways, so this does have, I do have them somewhere, the plates. They just show bullet holes shot up, so you can depict your Cobra Rattler all shot up. And this little engine plate here also comes off, and then you can switch them out. Again, these are really fragile, so I don't know. They could have designed this a lot nicer, maybe a little bit larger. You know, keep it in scale with the how you say the oh, sorry, it's an early morning. The Sky Striker. If they would have made it a little bit larger. And there is other versions. There's I think it's like a gold colored one, and there's the Tiger Force one. And I almost got that one years ago, and I should have, and now I'm kicking myself because I could have got it for like $40. Oh well. I don't have the gold colored version. Oh. And this was remade again in 2008, I recall. And no, I don't have any notes under here. Oh. Now the Skyhawk here, this was awesome, a lot of fun. But again, these could have been made a little thicker because they're too flimsy, and over time they do sag and droop. And I do have another one and a parts one. And well, you can put your figures on the sides. That's what we always used to do. Because, well, the canopy again was a little too small, so only certain figures could fit in here nicely. Whereas its counterpart, the Ghost Hawk, look at this. Look at this nice detail in here. I mean, that one has some detail, yes. And this one has lots of detail as well. I mean, this looks friggin' awesome. So I do recommend getting the 2009 Ghost Hawk. And this one was new out of the box. But the Skyhawk is vintage, and we love our vintage. But you can see the improvements. This one has a cannon and a little missile launcher. This one just has 2 little missiles. And a lot of these as well, like if you push too hard, you can see the stress marks in your plastic when it comes together, because these little side panels on the top also come off, but you can see all these get stress marks. And there's a type of hard plastic like that becomes really brittle, and they use it on quite a few G.I.Joe vehicles, and just not impressed with that, you know. It's just crap. But you can see the difference here, like, oof, just nice, beautiful looking vehicles. And we can just give you a quick overview of all the figures here. Now we have, oh, you just call him Slugger, but I guess his name's Thunder. And he is not complete. I had 2 of them, one broke apart. Then we have the Hooded Cobra Commander. He's a mail away one. I have a few of those ones. Zartan, the Master of Disguise. Then we have Junkyard and Mutt. You know, the dog's obviously in Junkyard. I guess he's definitely Mutt. Oh. Then Firefly. I always used to call him Saboteur all the time. And for that year, Duke was on card. And, well, I already talked about my Spirit in another video. I don't have his bird. The kids took it. It just disappeared. Then there's Cutter. Roadblock. Roadblock has lots of versions. I have a lot of versions of different Roadblocks. So we will definitely take a look at those. And obviously the Stinger Driver, who was made correctly back in 1984, and yet with all this technology they screw it up in 2002. And there's Copperhead, Clutch version 2. One of my favorite is Recondo there. Obviously Storm Shadow. And I do have, yes I do, a Chinese version still in the package. You know, when cards were made nice and thick, look at that. We have a Chinese version of Storm Shadow. And just to get a look at the back here, if you want to zoom in, I can move it because you can always zoom in more in the middle of a video. And a lot of people that do videos don't really realize that, but when you want to look at something, you want it centered right in the middle of your video. That way people can actually zoom in on what you're talking about. But I always loved the ninjas. And well, then we have blowtorch. I have another blowtorch, but I don't have his original weapon. I think that might be one, but I don't know. This is the crappiest piece of junk ever made by Hasbro. 2 points of articulation. And when they started doing this crap later on in the line, when they try to get out of the O-ring part, it really made the figures look super junk, super crappy. I don't have any of the... I had another one of these too and it fell off the shelf. But anyways, hate it. Sucks. I don't know what kind of gimmick they're going with, but this is not G.I. Joe when they start, how you say, cheaping out instead of making an O-ring. The second version of Deep Six is way better. Way better. And then we have Ripcord, and I'm looking forward to seeing the how you say, the Night Force version that comes with the Sky Striker. That'll be friggin' awesome. You know, I just can't wait to get my hands on that Sky Striker. And well, Lenny, I hope you made it nice, because oh, we all have been waiting how long? Like, how come Hasbro's so cheap that they can't open up another factory, say in like Brazil or Argentina? You know, why? What's going on with Hasbro that it takes a whole year to get something? How long should it take you to design something? A month, 2 months? If you're working on it every day, maybe it should take you a few weeks to design it. Work out the bugs, maybe give you a month. But who knows the whole process over at Hasbro. Seems a little disorganized, but anyways, they should have another factory or two open up, because why should people have to wait so long for product? And you know, like, is G.I. Joe, is Hasbro going to make any more O-rings for next year? I mean, it's pretty pathetic that they didn't even talk about it and the Joe-Cons and stuff. What's coming next? They're just focusing on Classified. Classified is not the original G.I. Joe. It's not the 40th anniversary of Classified. Classified is just another different scale that they're throwing at you to throw out your collections. You know, if they would have kept it original, OG, in a 3 3/4 size, and keep it O-ring, because that's what collectors love. That's what collectors want. We all want our O-ring figures back in stores. Stop screwing us around and just make it the same way you used to, and make sure the weapons fit in the hands. Like, who is that on crack that they can't be an engineer and figure out, oh, this should fit in the figure's hand a little better? That's another thing. If they made the handles like angled a little bit, the butts of the weapons angle a bit, it should fit in the hand nicer. Like, the best, how do you say, way to describe that is, well, this is the nicest stock of a weapon I've ever seen. It fits in all the hands and it doesn't screw it up. And remember what I said, 20 to 30 seconds in boiling water and you can fix your figure's hands. You put it in and then you put it in the cold water. As you're holding it, you put it in the cold water. You don't hold it in the hot water. You'll scald your hands. But you put it in, as soon as you pull it out, you squeeze it a bit and you hold that position you want and put it right in the cold water, and there you go. Your figure's thumbs are nice and tight again. Alrighty, thanks for watching, and remember, Cobra! More to come.